5. Not just yet. Not just yet. But I'm live on here. I'm just not. Okay, there we go. Everything's going on YouTube. Hello, everyone. How are we? For those of you watching the stream. Or it could just be me. Oh, oh, hello. Hello, everyone. How are we? Right. Welcome to. Can everybody? First of all, can everybody hear me? All right. Okay. Cool. I am to answer your question. I am doing very well, other than the fact that I have a. I'm just gonna pre-warn you. I do have a little bit of a cough, so you'll hear me do that at times. But it's good. It's down enough that I can actually do this. Right. Anyways, that's enough about what's happening with me. Basically, welcome to the first stream of 2026. So the first thing we're gonna end up kicking things off with is updates on things that are going to be coming up here on the channel. So if you guys remember, a couple weeks ago I ended up releasing a Trampy remake. Um, doing a remake of Edward. Those are going to be monthly. So I will. The good news is I will get to work on Rain here in a couple of days, which is the next Trampy movie remake. I just got to get the tunnel fixed, and then everything should be good from there. But um, yeah, that's enough about that. Next thing I want to talk about is if you remember in the update video, Andy did mention that I am planning on doing movie style adaptations of Railway Series books. I can confirm to you that I'm working on the cast list right now. It's not complete, but once I will get roles filled as I go. But I can tell you for a fact, I'm getting ready to start working on the 3 railway engines, the script for that. I have a couple roles filled for that. Like, of course, I'm going to be narrating all of these, and of course, myself as Edward, and a friend of mine is Henry, and Top Met 1. There's plenty of others, which I will let you know what those are at some point once I get the cast list finished. So, that's that. Something else I've kind of wanted to do is a Q&A session. I have no idea how that's gonna work, but maybe it might be on stream, it might be a regular video, who knows? I have yet to decide that. Um, but yeah, right. So what I the Minnesota Railway series, I have yet to refilm the entirety of the first episode as well as get redone lines. But once that is, since we had to rewrite the whole thing for the first story of Smudger's book, um, basically had to be rewritten completely for because of pacing issues. So, and I have to refilm, re-edit, and all of that. But it will eventually end up happening. And then Aberdonian, Tell City Aberdonian Railway, I have yet to get to because we got several meetings to do about that. Me and my the rest of the team. So yeah, um yeah. So there's that. Um uh, what else do I have yet to talk about? Yes, I'll be redoing that. Just the second story's already been written as well, but I have to go back to the first one to get that remastered, and then before we can move forward. Right. So, excuse me. Sorry about that. So right. What? Also, yeah. Right. So, hang on. Let me. In other news. Oh, I need to close this. Um. In other news, what was I gonna do? Um. All right. Let me open up Tane here. Um. My OC has a new update for a certain consist. Let me open it first. Hang on, let me get hang on. Let me get the root open. That might help. Do. Right. So whilst I wait for that to boot up, if I've even remembered to install them, I don't think. Hang on. Might as well get ready just in case. Right, where? I forget what the. Hang on, right, so let me see if I installed this. I don't think I did. Okay. Hang on, give me a second. I don't remember. Let me download them again. That might help. Oh, really? There we go. Attempting again. Uh, my apologies, folks. Actually, hold on. Let me open up. Let me open up. Oh, wait. Okay. I know. Never mind. I know what it is. Hold on. That would be this thing. And of course, I'm missing something for this as well. Okay, so to answer your question about that, all four of those engines will be in the three relay engines. 98462 and 87546 are the ones on Ravenshire Works, the Relay Series versions. Alan Dority's also from Ravenshire Works. In Winston, I'm using for Walton Westers, the new version, not the old one. All right, right. Let me get my thing set up. Let me let me get this thing all set. Oh, oh, hold on. That might help if I changed Andy's face. Okay, right. Let me share screen. Get Tane open. If you look behind, right, so if you look behind Andy, he has his own coaches now. Dude's got his own coaches now. Yeah, it actually works. They work really well with them. So you may see those at certain points. These were made by a friend of mine. Can't remember if it was Seth or Harry. Um, Hang on, let me double check. I think it was Seth. I I can't. And I clicked something. Mm-hmm. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. And this, you may be wondering why this version of Andy is different. This is for a friend of mine's AU. What else do I need to? This isn't. This is just his current day livery. He still has yet to get the other liveries. Okay, I guess I don't. Okay, right. Think that's good for now for that. And I do have a Trains 22 now. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I forgot this isn't. Uh, Basically the number that's on it's 1738. That's Andy's number. Basically the numbers of my username, really. Right. What am I doing this one? Oh yeah. He was sent. He's a full on A3 because the A3 I chose to base him as is 60078 Nighthawk, which is basically what represents me IRL. Let's be honest. Um, Right. That's enough of Tane. D. Okie dokie. Oh, right. So, what other game do I need? Uh, oh, good lord, you. Right. So, read a couple of things on board. Okay. Do. Yeah, this would be a lot easier. Okay, right. Actually, I'm gonna open up 22. Actually, no, hold on. Yeah, I answered that already. Basically, they're basically the ones you see on Ravenshire Works and Wild No Westers sites. So 98462, for example, would be a B16. I know they probably weren't around in. Hang on, let me look this up. Actually, yeah, they were. Yeah, they were. So yeah, 98462 is a B16. 87546. I don't remember what his basis is. I think it's a K. Grizzly K3. No, no. Or is it a Grizzly K2? K1, K2. I think those were those introduced. Yeah, they would have been around by then. So yeah, Winston, obviously you know him as his LNYR 28, and then oh, it's an O2. Hold on, hang on. Let me. Wait, no. On Raven, no, on Ravenshire Works. He's oh, I think. Hang on. Yeah, no, I think he's a K. Yeah, he's a K1/K2. Um, Winston LNYR 28 and Alec Greedy LNYR B4. Yeah, he's a B4. So yeah, and of course, do, 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 do. I'm doing well. This is weird, me being the only one doing this, because I'm used to doing this with others. But let's change the scenery. Yeah, but I'm using the Railway Series versions for 98462 and 87546. Just to keep, because it's going strictly by the Railway Series stuff. But yes, in the TV series versions, 87546 would be in O2. Uh, toot, toot. I was originally gonna have Jeffrey be the first red engine, but I'm like, yeah, he looked a little bit weird in 22, so I had changed it to Alwood because it would have made more sense actually. Do, 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 do. Alrighty. Oh, excuse me. Hello, Rusty. Do, do. What else could I end up showing off here? You know what? Let me open up 22. Oh, dear Christ. Okay. Open up 22. What route would I end up having to use? Right. Oh, hello. Might need to change settings here depending on things. Oh, I don't want that version. Really? Okay. Okay, yep. I am gonna have to change the settings back that we can actually see Edward's face. Standard, normal. Yeah, leave that there. Alright, hold on. Let me. You need to be able to see Edward. Excuse me. Alright, let's try this again. You need to be able to see Edward. Well, you would see him, but wouldn't be able to see his face properly. Nope, you still can't see his face properly. Low, no, low. No, I need to keep that. I've had to fiddle around with these settings in 22 quite a while. It's just like, oh my goodness. I'm trying to get it just the right sort of. That thing would go away. Alright. This works. Yeah, that's. You know what? I can deal with that. I, I can deal with that. You're probably wondering what the hell I'm on about. Alright, hold on. Alright. Alright, Edward. Alright, Gordon. Gordon's down here. Oh, I need his tender first. Where? No, that's the only R livery I want. NWR livery. Oh, Jesus. I might as well set up a session for whenever I get to filming. This, well, I've got to get tunnels fixed for Intane for the iOS in order to do film rain. So, all right, no, don't do that. 98462. That face on 98462. What is this? Man, I don't have any problem with it, but Jesus. Yeah, but for this, I'm just gonna keep them like consistent with the railway series and just have it just numbers. Alid. Clearly he has seen some stuff. Right, 87546. Out. And then I know it's not accurate with the lore, but I don't really care. Um, let's get Henhouse. Where is? There he is, and he's seen some also. Yes, I do mean Henry. I just call him by nickname sometimes. Like, for example, with Oliver, I just call him Olive Oil sometimes. It's weird, but it works. Okay. You know what? Just to make things easier, I'm gonna flank him down. Everyone's favorite character. I'm not gonna film now. I'm just getting things set up. And I have yet to write the script, like I said. All right. We'll just say Winston was elsewhere. I do need to get coaches for that really serious style coaches. Hang on, let me double check. Alonso. Ah, so okay, so I have to get NG's stuff then. I'd have to get NG's stuff then. I can deal with that at a later time. It's fine. Oh no, there's a buffer. Okay. Phew. I thought there was no buffers there for a moment. Oh, excuse me. Right. I need to remember how that goes. What am I? Right. Uh, all right. So the figures. Where was this? You know what? I'll just call it Vickerstown Sheds. Fine. But what do you mean? Oh, the Rowan series. Yeah, right. Um, no. Basically, that's 98462875546. Like I said, I'm going to keep their numbers instead of giving them names. Oh, yay. Okay, it went straight to the darn flying cam. You want that. A smug. Yeah, but I don't want to. I just want to go strictly by the Relay series. Oh, gee. Trying to get correct. No, I'll just stick with this. Control H. Alright, I'm going to close this. And, hello. Right, so I closed 22. Now I'll deal with. Well, I gotta write the script, start writing the script first, which I'm probably gonna end up doing tonight. Um, so what else can we do? Sorry about that. Like I said, I have. Okay, right. So, rate things on Discord. I may actually go back to working on the thing. I'll deal with the screenshots later, but we're all right. I literally clicked that. Thank you. I sounded like Edward there for a moment. Right. So, ouch. Right. Show stuff. I'm at this. Don't mind me. Right. So, oh, I don't want to choose image. Then 20. Yeah, no, there's not much happening right now, but but um but since there's not much happening, I might actually end up calling the stream here. Um so yeah, I'm gonna call the stream here, and it's not as long as I would have liked it to be, but I'm actually going to get back to work on some other things. Like I said, um be ready for future things coming out on the channel, and I will see you guys then.